popping them. They wasn't throwing them at the police. They had it on them. What I'm saying is, let's say it was a scenario where somebody did have a legal firearm on them. Does that still give you the right to shoot inside of this car? That's what I want to know. This was a scenario where they weren't in the wrong at all. They were actually pulling off because one of the other officers asked them to. One of the other officers asked him to pull off, and the other one released his firearm 12 times into a truck full of teens. You got a 17-year-old in the hospital right now recovering from bullet fragments. And all we could talk about is the little stuff that don't matter all the head. That should be the headline. It's a 17-year-old right now in the hospital recovering from bullet fragments from being shot by the police.
Obviously, you guys are definitely concerned, as I believe anybody would be, hearing that their family members or, injured or shot or hurt. How did that call come through? How did you guys get the first wind of it?
What you can say, bro?
So, we was out and about, just having a good time on a Sunday, and one of my daughter's friends, close friends, called my wife and said that you need to get to the McDonald's right now because they have handcuffs and my nephew on the ground. So we hurry up and got to the McDonald's lot to see what was going on.
All right. They've been injured by the firearm. You know what? Can you just give us the injuries for people who might be hearing the story for the first time?
So one of our family members was shot in the back, and another one of our family members was shot in the finger. And they was both in the car at the same time. Teenagers, 17 years old.
Unarmed.
Matter of fact, the girl's 16, correct? Yeah, 16.
What would be your message as a parent to St. Louis County, or just law enforcement in general?
You got a message for him? My message for him is what's the training? What's the protocol? Do y'all do any kind of mental? They say this officer in his 30s. 33. What do you got kids? Do you like what type of fear are you walking around with that you feel threatened by unarmed black teens who are trying to leave the premises?
And they were instructed to.
They were instructed to leave by your fellow officer. And the only reason you stopped shooting is because your fellow officer hopped out and said stop. So what you walk around inside of that seem like they need to, so I'm gonna pray for that officer too. Same way I ask everybody to pray for our kids and all of that. Pray for that officer too. Because what type of stuff you walk around with, bro, that you would just dress it up and put your badge on and like you get out here, that seems like that's something else that you trying to release that our youngins ain't have nothing to do with.
I know before we started this recording right here, you were mentioning some of the comments of people on the side of law enforcement or just on the side of that's what those kids deserve to get. I don't know.
I ain't see that. That's what they were saying?
Yeah.
Somebody was in the comments saying that's what the kids deserve? Wow.
Actually, one of the parents was right there.
Wow.
On the scene.
So the kids deserve to be shot.
These type of kids are not those type of kids. They literally are a family. So all those kids, they be together all the time. They just going out having a good time as kids should be able to do so. These kids literally are in basketball, they athletes, they scholars, they go to school, they go to work. They literally are not those type of kids. So for parents or anybody to put that out there to make it seem like they're just these kids that just, or blame the parents for them being out, they out doing what kids are supposed to.
But that's what I'm saying. Like even us as teens, when we was out here running around and we was doing things that we probably got times when we deserve